Can we talk? Hey man, it's your boy T Royal. I'm here. We're rolling out one of my first interviews in Atlanta. Hey, y'all see what we doing. It's nothing but love. Thank y'all so much.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Rolling Out. I'm Rashad Milligan. We're here live in the studio in Atlanta, Georgia. You see I got the hoodie on because I have a hoodie with the message. 2 times I voted. But we have T Royal in the building. Speaking of Atlanta, T Royal, how are you doing, sir?
I'm great. Thank you for having me, big dog.
Amazing.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here. You know, the waves on swim. When did you start the wave journey? First question first.
Man, I started the wave journey in high school, man. Just on the internet looking at videos. People like 360 Jeezy.
Yeah.
You ever heard 360 Jeezy?
No, I ain't gonna lie to you. But I know about the 360 people, like 360 YouTube, because I have a friend. He, he's like a newscaster, everything like that, right?
He brushing his life away.
When he was in high school, he had a 360 wave video, and it has like 300,000 views, and it's hilarious because it's like he looks like a little kid there and stuff like that. But yeah, exactly, spinning. So I guess, man, just why? You're from the East Side, right?
Right.
Why R&B?
Why R&B? I say I'm gonna give a real story. I remember back in the day when I was rapping, and when I was rapping, I felt unsatisfied, like I wasn't giving enough of myself. And my mom back in the day, she also used to play a lot of R&B songs in the house. And Michael Jackson is one of my inspirations. So I stopped rapping because I'm like, man, it don't feel right. Like I'm not giving enough of myself. And then later on down the line, I was in school playing around, singing and stuff. And my friend was like, you should start singing and stuff like that. And hey, singing it just allowed me to give more of myself. Mm-hmm. It allows me to give more of a feeling. You know what I'm saying? I get to stretch my vocals out. I get to express myself a lot more when singing. And as far as the title R&B, it's just R&B, is rhythm and blues. But also 9 times out of 10 when it comes to R&B music, you have a lot of love in it, you know what I'm saying? You get to talk positivity, you get to talk passion, you get to talk, having peace with you and your partner and stuff like that. So R&B, just to express myself and also to have a lot of love showing out into the world,
For sure. Was there ever any hesitancy going into R&B, especially as someone, you've been in, sounds like music kind of most of your life, but to go from rap to R&B, was there any hesitancy to be that open? Because there's so much. As you said, you said you feel like you're opening so much of yourself more in R&B and in the love language as opposed to just kind of rap and like the hard exterior and stuff like that.
Right.
But like you got to be vulnerable for that. Like, was there ever like, I don't know if I want to put this out to the world?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It was a lot of hesitancy. Also because, coming from rap, you got to be so hard. Mm-hmm. It's a certain way, and that's what's popular. And me stepping out, being a black man from the East Side, I got a lot of tattoos.
Yeah.
I'm probably with the bros and stuff like that. And they like, bro, rapping is what's in right now.
Right.
And so me going to be a singer, they like, or I'm really like, dang, am I going to be accepted? Mm-hmm. So that's another way, the hesitancy probably came from too. Just feeling like, dang, am I going to be accepted because I'm an R&B singer and that I'm singing for real? Because, man, they be like, this singing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
I say that's where a lot of hesitancy come from, too.
What do you think about the Drake line in Take Care when he was talking about his critics, talking about women and singing about women, having slow songs, and they had the soft Drake label on them, and he said, well, I can understand it if you don't get women. Like, how do you feel about that line from Drake? I don't know if you know that song or that era, but yeah.
I do know about the Take Care album.
Yeah.
But that line, what song did that come from?
It was Lord Knows with Rick Ross. He said, all the people, they try to call me soft and they ain't push me. And he said, the only ones who don't get, yeah.
Okay, boom. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't, discredit nobody else and they, how they do how they get their women. But I'll say, the R&B, it's very accepting by the women. So they love it.
Yeah.
Especially being a black man too.
Right.
That can sing. I think they love it.
Going to Mine, the latest single, just, what kind of went into that creation process for you, and how do you feel about that record?
Mine is a great record. It's very sensual, but it's basically, I would say, me noticing a young woman. We were friends, and she had a certain relationship with a guy, and I noticed that she was being taken for granted, and I just basically knew it was a chance for me to, show what was mine, show her how to really be treated. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. What's the difference between that and Dirty Mackin'?
Dirty Mackin'?
What's the difference between that and Dirty Mackin'?
You gotta express to me what's Dirty Mackin'.
T Royal don't know what Dirty Mackin' is, y'all, so we gonna break down for T Royal. T Royal, sir, Dirty Mackin'. It's when you talk down another man, so you can look better for the girl.
Oh man!
So what is the concept of the new single "Mine" on all streaming platforms? T Royal here in the studio, Atlanta's home. What is the difference between that concept and what Dirty Mackin' is?
Well, it sounded to me like Dirty Mackin' is throwing somebody up under the bus.
Yeah.
Mine, I'm really just standing on my own, saying, hey.
So you saying, if you tell a woman, man, he ain't treating you right, come over here, come over to Death Row.
Come to Death Row.
Man, T-Roy. So that's just how you roll. Ain't no shame in your game. That's how you roll.
Ain't no shame in my game, but I'm not gonna say I'm specifically Dirty Mackin'.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say no names.
But what's the difference? Okay. So what's so you say Dirty Mackin' is if you say the person's name.
Yeah, if you say his name and you put him out there, be like, I'm be like, hey man, I don't know what you got going on.
Yeah.
But the grass might be a little greener over here.
So is it does knowing the guy also count? Does that go
if
into
I know him?
Yeah. Does that go into the Dirty Mackin' thing?
See, I say 9 times out of 10, if I know you and your partner, and if I'm cool with them, then I probably wouldn't even be in that situation. It'll get a little messy.
I heard it.
It'll get too messy.
I heard it.
But if I don't know him, it's free game. Sorry, brother.
I feel it. I think everybody's, if you could take my girl, you can keep her because she was never mine anyway.
That's crazy, bro.
No, I mean, that's just how you live. That's just how you go.
I'm sorry,
all right. We keep it pushing. You got iced out. What you got on right now? What you got on you?
A nice Cuban link. Cartier watch.
Yeah.
I got my Guap Records chain on.
Okay.
That's a major part of my career, my label. Got my TR chain on.
Yeah.
That stands for T Royal.
Okay.
But slight. I don't try to pop it like a rapper. I just try to keep it smooth and elegant.
Speaking of your label, just kind of how passionate are you about kind of running your own thing and having your own artists and everything like that?
One day I really hope to have my own label. I strongly feel good about music. I'm very invested in my career, so when it comes to having other artists, I feel like I'll be able to pass that game and with everything I learned, give it to the next artist and be able to bring them up and show love. That's all I really see when it comes to having my own artist.
For sure. And even going into everything you learned. So if y'all don't know with T. Roy, well, y'all probably saw it in the title, but you work with all the legends. You rubbing elbows with all the levels. You talk about Jermaine Dupri. You talk about Brian Michael Cox. You talk about Jagged Edge. You talk about Snoop recently.
Right.
You talk about the latest show you just did with
State Farm.
the entire state. You did a State Farm. We'll get into that later. But just what have you learned from these legends, man? Just all across the board and stuff.
I say the fact that they're legends. I think thinking outside the box. I would say good music lasts long. Honestly, that's the number one lesson. You got to have some good music, because music, that's how you have an outstanding career. Like just think, I'm young, performing with legends. Yeah. So that goes to say, like, you had that good music, you take your career serious, have great talent. Your career live long. You can come back and live off a hit record. Some legends only got one record. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And some might have multiple. So I say that's a lot of that's probably one major thing that I learned. But other than that, I just say be humble, because a lot of the legends that I met, they are very humble and they embrace me being a young dude out here in Atlanta singing
Yeah.
You know, because like I said before, in the industry right now, it's a lot of rap. It's a lot of other things going on, and for me to be different and be in my own lane, they really appreciate that, and they really respect it, and they really big up me, you know? So I think that's another thing. Stay humble, you know, and show the love, because when you show love, man, that's how you receive love back.
For sure. Who's the one legend, I guess, that you met and you were like, dang, like, can't believe I'm like chopping it up with them, you know, hanging out with them, working with them. Who was that legend for you?
I say that one legend was Tevin Campbell. Honestly, I don't know if anybody's seen that video, but man, I was able. I'm gonna just give you the backstory. All my shows, I sing "Can We Talk?"
Yeah.
You know, just to open up my show, because vocally, you know, it fits me, and I mean, it's one of the biggest R&B songs. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. It's one of the biggest R&B songs
ever.
And you know, Tevin is a legend. So if it fits me and it, you know, the shoe fits, hey, run, you know, run with it, and everybody know it. So going into my shows, I open up, everybody singing it, you know, boom, boom, boom. But then...
Wait, hold on. I got a question. But before you finish your story about singing it to Tevin.
Right.
Where do you rank it? I had this conversation probably about a year ago. Where do you rank it in all-time songs ever? Any genre, all-time songs. Can We Talk?
Can We Talk? What number from what? 1 to 10, 1 to 5?
Nah, it could be top 500 songs ever. You know, like, what do you think? Like, songs that I'm talking about: Beethoven, Let It Snow, All I Want for Christmas Is You.
I'll be honest, I say it's probably top 3.
Top 3?
Top 3.
It's up there.
Top 3 R&B songs.
It's up there. Top 3 records ever? No, you said R&B. I'm saying all genres. I'm talking about Beatles, Michael Jackson, Stevie Wonder.
Top 20.
Top 20? Top 20?
Look, top 20. But I mean, because it's one of those records, you can play it and everybody know it.
Right. No, for sure. Regardless where you at. So Sweet, is it above or below?
But
higher
R&B,
or below?
I would say top 3.
Okay. R&B top 3. Okay. Salute Tevin Campbell.
For sure.
Sweet Caroline, Can We Talk? Which one is higher?
Can We Talk?
You gotta respect it. I respect it.
Can We Talk, man? Listen, I'm gonna keep it real. I just performed State Farm Arena.
Yeah.
20,000 people.
Yeah.
Or more.
Yeah.
And when I performed it, everybody sing it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it.
Yeah. But regardless of what demographic and everything, I mean, it's just a great record. Man, and then when I think of great records, I think of like the bridge and everything. Like everything has to be on point with a great record. Like We from Jeremiah is like a record that's just like amazing to me because it's, you know, the bridge is heavy. Like everything just flows. It's a great song. I think it's one of the better constructed songs in the past 10 years. Anyways, so you said you sing it before every song. You interact with Tevin Campbell now.
Right.
Where are we when we meet Tevin Campbell? You know, how did it even get to, can I sing this song for you?
Ironically, man, we in the State Farm Arena again. We call that the office, you know. We call that the office, man, State Farm, because that's where I personally met a lot of people. And, you know, I get to study and, you know, look at the stage, but, you know, fast forward, we backstage, State Farm, Tevin, you know, we see him. Man, I'm like, yo, Tev, what up, man? You know, he like, come to the dressing room.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, what? He was so inviting, but that's why I tell you to be humble. You know, so, he like, come to the dressing room, man. We go in there. I was, you know, honestly, I just was going to chop it up, you know, tell him, you know, give him his flowers and tell him, hey, man, I appreciate you, and just get a picture and probably run out.
Yeah.
But, man, he was so invited, and I was like, man, I gotta do it. So I'm like,
and then, okay, all right. Well, hold on, keep going, because I'm gonna stop you again.
I know.
So go ahead.
I'm like, man, I gotta do it. So I'm like, can I sing for you? He like, yeah, sure. And he was smiling, so I don't know what he expected. You know, so boom, boom, boom.
Nah, not no boom, boom, boom.
Oh man.
Not no boom, boom, boom. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's get it.
You ready?
How it sounded?
And I dreamed of you ever since. Now I've built up my confidence. Sing it with me.
Oh.
I know just what to say. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name. Can we talk for a minute? Girl, I want to know your name.
Yeah!
That's how I went, though. That's how I went, though.
That
He
was
was
fire.
like, you sound great.
No. It's one thing, y'all. It's one thing to see the video on, because I just saw the video. I saw the video, everything like that. And, you know, I'm not really on the gram, TikTok like that.
Good.
Seen the video. I'm like, okay, it sounds great, everything like that. Seen the covers, sounds great, everything like that. Seen it on State Farm Arena, sounds great, everything like that on video.
But in person,
It's different.
respect it.
It's different. Like, I'm not just saying that because he in the studio. We got people come in the studio every week. Some folk, oh, you put me on the spot. I don't know if I can rap a verse. Joker, you got 100 songs on the last mixtape. You can't give us one verse off the 100 songs on the mixtape.
Oh my God.
This man in the middle of the story. He didn't even know. He knew he was going to have to sing at some point, but he didn't know it was going to be in the middle of the story, in the middle of the interview. It's different in person, man.
That's love, bro.
It's different.
That's love, bro.
Continue, T.
So, boom, man. I sucked it to him, and he was just like, I sound great. And, you know, I was lost for words, man.
Yeah.
You just, in some moments, because like I said, I'm from the east side of Atlanta. Never even thought in life that I was going to be a singer. Like, I'm just be honest.
Yeah.
I would want to be cool and be a rapper and stuff like that. Never thought in life that I was going to be a singer. So for me to go from the neighborhood with the guys and then going into one day being able to sing to a legend and then he accept you.
One of the greatest songs ever. Top 20. Above Sweet Caroline.
It's
That's
just like,
crazy.
what else? How can you feel? And then, boom. Go ahead.
I'm sorry for cutting you off again. How was it just interacting with JD? I know my first time interacting with JD, it was a quick interview, whatever, at a Hawks game, State Farm Arena. And the whole time I was just like, bro, like, it's JD. Like, you know, being from Atlanta, this is welcome to Atlanta JD. This is Bow Wow JD. You know what I'm saying? Like, how is that for you? Do you ever kind of, you know, because he's another one of those guys who's like, first time he meets you, hey, like you know you all your life.
Yeah.
How have you kind of like, you know, how do you deal with that when you work with JD? How is that?
I seen him. He was I'm gonna tell you this, walking through the hallway, you know, introducing myself, and he walked up. I was like, hey, you know, cause he followed me on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
He see, you know, everything that I had got going on, and even Brian Michael Cox. But to be on JD, walking in the hallway, and he like, I'm like, hey JD, nice to meet you. I'm T. Roy. He like, oh, I know who you are. I'm like, really? You're like, I know who you are. Your voice top tier.
Wow.
I'm like, dang. He said, you one of them ones. I'm like,
Wow.
And like I said, all this stuff happening in State Farm. So it's like to be able to perform amongst legends, going from the sideline to actually touching that stage. Just think about that.
Yeah.
Multiple occasions, State Farm, sideline,
Birthday bash.
all
Hawks
that,
game.
all that, sideline, and then one day being accepted by all these legends and then being able to perform on that stage. That's probably the biggest blessing and lesson to ever have.
Only new artists too.
Especially lesson. I'm a new artist. And we just got to be real. I'm a new artist.
Yeah.
But and I say lesson because it's like, it's telling you to stay humble. Keep working. You know, like all the little small work, it turned into something big.
Yeah.
And you never know. You got to stay ready. You never know when your moment is.
And being yourself.
That's another
Because
thing.
I mean, like we could talk about being from East Side, being from Zone City, you know, whatever, Decatur, DeKalb,
anything.
But when you think about it, let's pull back the curtain now. 2022, what's going on the East Side? 21 Savage, 4L, The 21 Savage cousin, Young Nudie, 21 Savage other cousin, Baby Drill, 21 Savage cousin.
All his cousins.
JID, who's great in everything he does and stuff like that. Kenny Mason, all those guys on the east side, Childish Gambino, even down to that. It's all rap, bro.
All rap.
Shout out Childish Gambino. Childish Gambino does his thing. He one of the greatest records ever, too. Redbone is one of the greatest records of all time, too. But, it ain't nobody doing what you're doing on the east side, man. Like, in the kind of way that you're doing it. So, just how important is individuality? I know we already talked about being yourself and everything like that, but for the kids watching, how important is it to be confident in being different, being confident in being you?
Oh my God, I ain't gonna lie, I dealt with that my whole life, just being myself. I'm gonna say this. Now this is another lesson for the kids that's watching. It's okay to follow at first. I tell people all the time, you have to follow to learn how to be a leader, because if you don't follow, then you don't know how to lead yourself, and you don't know what is wrong or not. So it's okay to follow to become a leader, but don't be a follower all your life. But having individuality is very important, man. I'll be in the mall with my friends, and I look at these pair of shoes, and it's almost these shoes that look like Giuseppe's, but they was like rose gold. Yeah. And I remember I'm in the mall with my friends, and they're like, boy, don't buy them ugly shoes. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, man, to me, I like these shoes. So, man, I buy the shoes, go in school, wear them. Everybody like, T, boy, I like your shoes. I like blah, 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 blah. Like, but if I give them shoes to somebody else, they probably can't wear them like me. So, honestly, that's one sample of being, having individuality. Like, when it comes to your style, whatever you choose to do, like, I was in school, we was wearing uniforms, but I was one of the kids in my uniform. I was wearing bow ties and loafers. I was just stepping it up a notch, just being different, But that's just also one having a sense of just wanting to be great, wanting to be your own person. So I would say to the kids, believe in yourself and stay true to yourself. If anybody out there doubting you and, wanting you to change who you are, just make sure you have a piece of that inside of you, if it's for the better, But if people just tell you, not be yourself and, like trying to steer you away from who you are, you can't do that, man. Be yourself and believe in yourself.
Because most of the time they insecure about themselves.
Yeah, most definitely.
You don't know that when you're a kid, though.
Most definitely.
You don't figure that out until you get out, and you're like, oh, they didn't like themselves. Uncle Snoop, how was that kind of interacting with him and stuff like that?
Oh, that was dope, man. He hit me in the DM and was like, yo, first he followed me. I didn't realize he did, but he followed me, and then I got a DM from him. He was like, yo, youngin, I heard you want to come to Death Row RNG. he had to add a G on it. He said RNG. I was like, Uncle Snoop, man, whatever, man, I'm with it. So that was dope. Just like I said, I'm gonna keep it real. I never thought social media was very important, and I feel like now I see the reason behind it. Just like you said you don't be on it, but for me having the career that I have to. You have to be, and I have to learn it, and I have to dissect it. So after I've done all this stuff, and then seeing the result of, the people that's following me and DMing me, is like, dang, man, it's crazy. All this stuff is crazy.
No, for sure. And I'll be on social media. Like, I'm not gonna cap like I'm not. I'm off Instagram right now. Because I just tweeted some of my stories before you walked in.
Okay.
But yeah, so you had Snoop, Jagged Edge, another one of those. They have the wedding song. You know what I'm saying? Like every marriage, every wedding, you hear that song. It's like Mariah Carey and Christmas. Every Christmas you hear Mariah Carey. Every wedding you hear Jagged Edge. Right. I kind of want to keep going with that a little bit. Okay. R&B songs. Where do you put Let's Get Married? Where do you put that R&B songs of all time? I'm not even doing all the songs, just R&B.
Let's Get Married. That's a white dress. That gotta be like
50.
I say, probably like top 30 maybe.
30? Okay. That's a little respect.
Or because Let's Get Married, it is one of them songs that you say got its own
is
class,
known
it's
for
on-
a whole thing.
Yeah, it's you
I think
play-
once you get one of those, you set for
yeah,
life.
You play it married, just like Mariah Carey. You play it during Christmas.
Christmas.
So I'd probably say maybe top 50 for real.
Okay.
For real.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay.
You're right. Top 50.
I agree. I probably have about the same way, but Jagged Edge, for them to handpick you, to perform at the 25th anniversary and then to kind of be in that same class with this latest State Farm. But let's just stay with the 25th.
Right.
From Jagged Edge first. How was that for you?
It was great. Just being able to, pay homage and show love is, I think, one of the greatest things you could do. Because also it showed that you have respect for these people. Nobody like nobody that's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Nobody likes anyone that doesn't have respect for anybody. So when you show that you have respect for somebody, it allows people to rock with you the long run. Because now every time I see them, they dap me up, they show love, they give me conversation. They don't treat me like I'm nobody or anything like that. They respect me. And then it's also like doing that. Now in the future, they'll give me game. They'll give me game. They'll tell me, like, yeah, bro, keep going. You'll have your 25 one day. Like, they literally tell me stuff like that. So it was a great experience, and being able to sing and seeing that, they appreciated my rendition on how, executed their songs.
Yeah.
It was a good feeling.
For sure. And another thing I wanted to ask kind of along that, with giving flowers and everything like that, just how important is that, when we just lost Tate, it was crazy, but I think people were also glad that they gave Tate his flowers while he was here. People gave Migos their flowers while Migos were together. I guess just for you, just how important is that? Has there been any moment that really opened your eyes to I'm glad that I gave this person their props when I saw them? Was there ever a moment like that for you?
Yeah, I would say off rip, I'm a kind-hearted person. So it's like I'ma always give credit when it's due.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm the type of person, I believe in this one saying, treat people how you want to be treated. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. So I feel like if in your heart, and that's another thing, you got to be real with yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if in your heart, you like, wow, this person is great. Boo, 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 boo. Man, get them folks their flowers.
Yeah.
Show credit what it's due. Because
Don't be too cool.
Yeah, because that's embracing somebody else. That's a way to get blessed too in the smallest way.
Yeah.
You embracing somebody else, so it's just like, be kind. That stuff come back to you.
Yeah.
I don't care where I'm from. I could be from the most gangster hood place, but it's like what's in my heart is different. You know what I'm saying? So I really feel like giving people their flowers and showing respect and love when it's due is one of the best things you can do, because that's what we need in this world.
Yeah.
We need more love.
Right.
I really believe that.
I think one thing that we kind of learn, or that, I think more people learn once they go to some of these neighborhoods or even meet. I think a lot of time people have common conceptions about neighborhoods or areas and stuff like that.
Right.
When you speak to them, they're like, oh, okay, they're kind of a cool person. And what you realize is everybody's normal. Everybody's a normal person. It's just that in some areas, they, for survival, they have to put on kind of a mask or a hard exterior and stuff like that just to get by. So I guess for you, how would you kind of explain that to someone who might not get it, who might not be from East Side? They might not be, they might be from the North, from the suburbs, everything like that.
Right.
How would you explain that to them? I
I would say, are we describing how that go, or are we describing?
Really describing everybody, how you said, kind person. I might be from this neighborhood, but I'm kind at heart. I think there's a lot of kind people in those neighborhoods. They just have to put
on them. So how would I explain
how would you explain that to someone who just thinks East Side and Zone 6 is all Gucci Mane and and guns and drugs?
Nah, man, I would say, like you just said, man, we were put in a certain situation, or and this passed down from generation to generation. We ain't gonna get that deep, but when this stuff is built into you, certain mindsets and certain actions that you have to have, I feel like that's just what come with it. But I just say, read a person's spirit before anything. Just stay true to the spirit, stay true to your spirit too, because I mean, okay, cool, yeah, we put on this armor and we go in these neighborhoods. Don't, if your spirit tell you not to go in the neighborhood, just follow your spirit. You know, for real, being honest, because sometimes in life, the way life going now, you can't chance going off of, you know, oh man, they could be potentially nice. They could be this way, because they might be, but you just don't know. So it's like, don't go in the situation blind. I say with anything, with anybody, and we're going deeper than just the armor of the hood and the exterior. Just, you know what you're getting yourself into. You know, do research, whether it's with a person, relationship, anybody. Just do your research. Know who you getting yourself into. I mean, what you're getting into. You know what I'm saying? But
or who you getting yourself into.
Yeah. Oh, literally. But yeah, man, that's just how it go. I believe it's a lot of great people in the rural neighborhoods, in the hood and stuff like that. You just had to be from there to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Or know somebody that knows somebody. But I believe at the end of the day, everybody starts kind-hearted, and even gangsters want peace.
Yeah.
Even killers, they want peace too. They just, something happened to where they couldn't get it.
Yeah.
But that's why I come in with my whole career and try to push love and try to push, being kind and, but don't let nobody play with you or nothing like that.
Yeah.
Like I said, you gotta have respect.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, try to push showing love.
Yeah.
In front of anything.
Yeah, for sure.
Before anything, show love, man.
About a couple of weeks ago, I talked to this man who runs an organization up in Philly. It's called Black Men Hill. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about the whole August Alsina thing, where he hugged the dude on reality TV and said, "This is what I learned what love is," and stuff like that. And he never said, like, "I'm gay," or like, he just hugged the dude. And people were like, "You hugging men on TV? Yeah. He must be gay." There's nothing wrong with being gay or anything like that. But it's like, why is it so kind of weird for a heterosexual man to just give a love to his bro and say, "I love you, bro"? Like, and we were just talking about that entire thing of how that's, and how black men need hugs and the impact of giving others hugs and stuff like that.
Man, I feel like, man, it's just like, I'm going to go from here. Like, growing up, I didn't have my dad, right? But I did have my granddad. Man, he showed love, but he ended up dying when I was 11. Yeah. That was like my best friend. But
Sorry for your loss.
Nah, it's all good, brother. Thank you. But some days I go back in time and I be like, dang, man, how would I be if I had my dad? Will I be different? Will I be more confident? Will I, believe in myself more? Will I feel more love? You just never know. But that's why growing up, I had a lot of bros and we just laugh and just show love to each other. I don't care what nobody say, man. They always go back to love. But as far as black men, I feel like we do need love, man, because even with, this generation of women, no disrespect to my women, I know, hey, it is what it is. This is the life we in right now. But, it's a certain criteria that you have to have. It's a certain way you got to be, certain way you got to live. From the outside looking in, you would think that you have to be a millionaire just to get
man, don't even.
Good woman.
Oh, you talking about it now?
You would think that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and be like, "Hey, don't fuck me, ladies. I promise I'm on y'all side." But that's what you would think.
Yeah.
Just because of what's being promoted.
Yeah,
that
on
goes
social media.
Yeah, and that goes a long way too. But black men, we are an endangered species.
Yeah.
We already know that.
Yeah.
But try to show as much love to your black men, to your your black people, to women. Hey, show love to everybody, man.
You got to think, because like with these situations that happening that are mostly males doing these things, even on the white side, if it's a white dude that does something crazy, a lot of times it's because like he didn't feel accepted, he felt bullied, he felt rejected.
Yeah.
If bruh had someone who hugged him and said, "Bro, it's all right, let it out how you feel. Hey, bro, I'm with you. I got you. Let me know anytime. Talk to me anytime you need me." We wouldn't have half of these crazy situations. Yeah. And when people see a situation, they get inspired by it. They go and do it. They go and do it. They go and do it.
I'm also say this. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
make sure you guys have self-love too. Like, self-love is very important.
Yeah.
You know, like, because I say growing up, I was probably insecure. Like I said, I wouldn't call it bully because, you know, everybody talk about you, Joan on you in school and stuff like that. But some people, they do take that to heart.
Yeah.
But as long as you grow up and be like, man, I'm going to be the greatest.
Yeah.
I'm going to be this, I'm going to be that. You know, just believe in yourself, put that in your heart. I promise you it'll be good. Just practice that more than anything. And it is a practice. You have to practice it. You know, you just don't wake up overnight and be like, I'm going to be the greatest. And, I know I'm like, that's not how that happened, bro.
LeBron was like, I'm going to be in the NBA.
Yeah, and he told himself every day. You know what I'm saying? Nah, he ain't wake up one day and be like, I'm going to be in the NBA, went to sleep, 2 months later, he in the NBA. Nah, he had to tell himself that every day and believe in himself. So I know I had a vision of where I wanted to be and who I wanted to be. Man, lo and behold, I'm becoming that slowly but surely. And that's because you have to have self-love and self-belief.
Yeah.
But if a lot of people, you know, if we preach that a lot of times, I think the world would be different as well because they wouldn't have to. And that doesn't mean, you know, being like F the world or nothing like that. That just means just believe in yourself before anything, you know.
For sure.
Like, but that's self-love, though.
For sure,
Self-love.
for sure. Wrapping things up now, you already sung for us and stuff like that. Mine is out right now, all streaming platforms.
Yes.
What else do you have coming up? What should people be looking out for?
Man, look out for me being on certain tours. Look out for me performing a lot more, I say. And just praying for big arenas again, you know. Look out for more music, great music, especially in the summer, man. We just going to start partying. We start getting lit. Look out for more songs and look out for more, you know, people co-signing me. You know, people really giving me, you know, say my flowers from what I'm doing at the level I'm doing, you know, because nobody's ever too big to get their flowers. But music, shows, you know, more cosigns, branding, marketing, more magazines, you know, more blogs, you know, like everything, man. Hey, I can't wait. Just everything. Let's just see what my career is, where my career is going to go from here. Probably from 2 years now. I just can't wait to see the difference.
Well, let's see. You guys saw the interview here first. You guys know where he was when you first, you know, not first, because most of y'all probably already know, especially if you be on TikTok or Instagram. But for the other people and stuff like that, just in the R&B world and the music world and stuff like that, when he's, you know, I don't want to give that name. He kind of in trouble right now. But
when we blank on that blank level.
when he's on that blank level, you know what I'm saying? You know one of the first places you saw him. Come on now. Don't you know. Let the people know. Let the people know. You heard him sing. He said, man, he did the Tevin Campbell on the spot in the middle of the answer. It was amazing. Rashad Milligan rolling out. Atlanta studio. T. Royal. We appreciate it.
T. Royal.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.